Welcome to Superb Story Time, a time where we listen to wonderful, beautiful short stories. We draw life skills, life lessons, life values from them and become thought leaders. Let's get started. Today, I'm going to read a story, and it's about a country which silently became an investor in the world. Let's hear about this country. On Christmas Eve, 1969, deep beneath the freezing waters of North Sea, drilling struck driller struck black gold. What is black gold? Today it's a very big challenge. Yeah, they
Oh,
struck crude oil.
oh,
Yeah, the Ecofisk field, one of the largest offshore live oil discoveries in history, had been found. A small, quiet nation of just fishermen was about to become unimaginable rich. What Norway did next was either the greatest financial decision in the modern or the most boring story ever said. We are going to talk about the country called Norway. Norway in 1969 stuck crude oil in one of its freezing water. It's a very small country with only about 5.5, 5.6 million fishermen, fishing people they live. And 1969 this happened. But it's the most boring story. They did nothing. With the oil, they did nothing. No victory parades, no palaces, no sudden checks raining down on the citizen. And the oil money started to pouring in. When they started selling oil, Norwegian politicians did something no government in the history had ever did. They resisted temptation. The moment we hit a lottery or something like that, what happens? Majority people, wow, let's buy this car, let's buy this house, let's buy this palace. And in terms of countries, they spend great deal. The examples are Nigeria. I'll be there. That's what happened in Nigeria, Venezuela, and Libya. They saw the resource came, petroleum came. They needed to make money and they did everything but what actually also brought, it brought corruption. When money comes in, sometimes corruption also seeps in. Inflation, inequality, eventual collapse. Norway decided not to do anything with whatever has come. In 1990, Norwegian president passed a simple but a revolutionary law that kept every krone. Krone is their money. Like India, we have rupee. US, we have dollars. Like that, they call it as krone. They every single krone of oil profit will go into the new government petroleum fund, now known as oil fund. The rules were very strict and painfully disciplined. Yeah, very. All oil revenue goes to the fund, not to be spent outside. The government can only spend a small percentage each year, very tiny percentage. They cannot spend all of it. The rest stays invested forever. They are going to invest with that money. Okay, they had a big team to do that. The first deposit in 1996 was modest, small. First deposit happened. Then came the hardest part. They came the road. Year after year, election after election, crisis after crisis, politicians who promises to raid the fund. Politicians said that no, we'll break the fund. We need the money. Country needs money now, now, now. We need money for this. We need money for bridges. We need money for all other things. People did not vote for it. People said, no, we will not. This is our money. Our money is there with the government. Those who protected it, people who said, no, we'll protect the money, they won. For 3 decades across the government, every politician tried one principle held firm. The money goes to Norwegians who haven't been born yet. This money is whose? Is for Norwegians who are not born only so far. This is the money for them. The fund brought small scale to thousands of companies. Now, what they did with the money was they invested in companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nestle, and countless countries. And they bought, with that money, they bought real estate in London, Paris, Manhattan, Tokyo. They did not gamble with doing all the trends and all the things. They simply bought quite a piece of, they bought a piece of global economy. Now, see what exactly happened. Consistent investment, what happened. Okay. Today, Norwegian oil fund is worth the amount there, the fund they have has $2 trillion. $2 trillion. And just for $2 trillion is available for how much? 5.6 million people. That is roughly $340,000 each man and child in this thing, but no checks were mailed, nothing. The money belongs to future generation as to the present one. Okay. Here is what truly stops people cold. Okay. Now, more than half of that wealth no longer comes from the oil. Now, see, they understood that oil is what? Temporary. Very soon the oil will go away. That's what is happening. Correct, isn't it? That wealth will no longer come. It comes from investment. They use the money to grow more money. Yeah, the fund now earns more global money, not from oil anymore. It earns from shares, investments, and all the other things. Yeah, this is what they're doing. They turned a finite resource, listen to this part. They turned a finite resource in something becoming infinite. They are slowly turning, becoming a very rich country. Yeah. And while the world wasn't watching, Norway quietly became one of the largest investors in the earth, owning 1.5 of every publicly traded company in the world. Every company which is publicly traded, Norway invests. Norway is an investor. They invest. Yeah, and traded every publicly traded company. Every time a major global business makes a profit, a small fraction comes to Norwegian people, Norwegian children. Okay, the oil will eventually run out. Geologists said that it may give about 30 to 50 years, but maybe even more. But it doesn't matter now. Yeah, because they've already made so much of money. They have plenty to cover healthcare, education, pensions, and even professions. Yeah. Norway did not discover oil. Many discovered oil. Huh? They did not have superior geology technology. They had one thing, the courage to say what? Courage to say no to what? Absolutely. They said no to temptations. Hmm. No to easy money, no to short term thinking, no to politicians who sought to spend this money. No to they said no to generation who would have lived rich today and would have suffered later. Most countries can't do it. Most people cannot do it. We are wired to do it now. Kaas iniki irukku. Money aaj paisa hai, let's spend. Norway looked at human nature, greedy, impatient, short sightedness, and squarely the eye of a system specially built designed to defeat it. In 1969, they found oil. In 1990, they built the fund. 1996, they made the first deposit. Today, they own a piece of the world. All the biggest riches and whatever is happening, they own it. And people who were in, who actually decided all other things were who in 1990. They might be really old and maybe some would have actually died. But so what do you call this as? This is not called economics. What is this called as? Wisdom. So what did we learn from this story? This story also tells us about our thought process of getting instant gratification. It is not just about money. It's about everything. It's about junk food. It's about social media. It's about reels. It's about shorts. It's about all the things which give us immediate pleasure. And that is a trap. And that's a trap that majority of the people are in. And I'm so happy to say we have this small community here, but very powerful, who are not into that. Short term traps, short term pleasure, long term pain. But short term sacrifice of staying disciplined, staying focused is very, very important. It is not just money, it's about how you can continue to keep doing your boring things. Studies is boring at times. Not most of the time it is boring. Reading is most of the time boring. Working on your health is boring. Eating healthy food is boring. But how you stay focused. So I'm very happy, very proud that we have this small community who stays disciplined. Yes, watching reels, going eating junk food, enjoying every single day. It's easy, it's fun, but it becomes habit. It becomes a habit of getting pleasure on a daily basis. I often keep seeing this. People keep saying, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. But people who are doing the boring things now will actually make a difference much more longer. It's very simple. What you sacrifice now, you will succeed later. But what majority people are doing, that is the reason why this is a small group here. But I can honestly say long term, stay patient, stay glued to education, stay glued to learning, stay away from short term temptation. And you will see long term, the gains are much more higher. It takes time. It takes time. It is growing. This is called as compound interest. It may take 5, 10, 15. But later on, the character, the person, you'll be everybody, wow, how do you do it? I'm disciplined. This is what. It's very easy. I keep saying that jokingly, but I also mean it very seriously. That it is very easy to become successful. I keep telling that. Very easy. Why? Because 99% of people are indisciplined. They see an instant gratification, they see small fun, they want to do it. That's it. But people are those small percentile, that 0.001 or 0.01% people are, I will stay disciplined no matter what. Whatever happens, I will be focused. Be that. So this is not just a story of Norway, it's a story of human nature. It's a story of you and me. How to stay away from all things which glitters, which gives you temporary pleasure, but long-term pain. Yes.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Sachin and I am a life coach. I use games, activities and exercises to teach young champions valuable life skills and study skills which help them become number one in studies and number one in life. Continue to watch our videos, share them, subscribe to our channel and please do comment. It'll help us, it'll inspire us to make more good content like this. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Also do visit our website. Thank you so much.